Dude, I'm so excited for this match actually. I was kind of excited for the Atlanta match. Like, I got a little bit more excited for the Atlanta match just because like the Atlanta match had Pelican playing. If Pelican wasn't playing, like I wouldn't have been as excited. But like I'm excited for this match because I really want to see what ends up happening when these two teams play. Like I feel like they're so good, both of them in their respected ways. Like, I feel like Glads is a team full of strong players that are usually good at playing one like macro-oriented concept, and then they're very usually very poor at adapting. Whereas Chengdu, like I feel like they're a team full of misfits that are really good as a team that have some superstars on there, but they're very good at adjusting their play by map to map. Ilios. Glides usually play monkey dive here, so I'm curious to see what Chengdu will do. Hmm. Oh, okay. There you Oh, you're lagging. Why are you lagging? No, don't be lagging. Please. Please, no lag. What's lagging? Why are you lagging? Stream, stop. Oh my god, this is gonna tilt me. Like, if it's gonna keep lagging like this. I might. Fuck me, dude. Like, this is so frustrating. Stop lagging, man. I had to do fucking 720 60. All because, like, it's lagging and I don't know why. Fuck. Is it because I have something in the background on? I don't have Epic Pen on. Okay, let's try this again. I wanna just, like, catch up here real quick. Jeez. Okay. Like, I'm just watching this, like, Hunters are just playing their normal comp, and Jimmu is just, like, going on a tear. Good to know. It doesn't even matter that the rocket didn't connect on the shoe. Like, Shu did awesome stuff there, but, like, end of the day, like, Hunters literally, their composition is set up. This is why I loved Hunter's composition, by the way. I didn't really talk about it too much, but, oh my god, it's still lagging. I swear to God, if it keeps lagging, I'm. Oh, why, bro? Stop lagging, please. I hate this so much, bro. I hate it when it lags. But I don't know if it's on their end. I'm just gonna go back to 720 because it wasn't like when I was on 720. Um, Overall, like a big reason why I like Chengdu's comp is look at the DPS and off tank. That is why I love this comp so much. You have Pharah, Hanzo, and you have a Diva. Like I'm not even counting the Mercy in that. All those characters together just completely deny Monkey. Like the amount of early damage you take as Monkey is ridiculous. Like you can't walk, you can't take space unless you have Nano or Primal half the time. So like you have to play for Nanos and you have to play for Primals. Okay, leave killing two. Is Jimmu coming back from spawn? Where's Jimmu right now? Okay, Jimmu went down. A singular nano like shut down that push. That's unlucky. They didn't have any ults online on the side of Hunters, it seemed like, aside from Dragon Strike. And Dragon Strike just isn't enough to stop down or slow down the tempo of like a fast dive like that. Razor, hello, Alexander. Hello, Razor. Would you like VIP, Razor? I will give you VIP. I would give you mod, but I don't trust you enough to give you mod for some reason. It's up to you, Jack. Whatever you want to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, Monk goes down. No, I don't want VIP. Okay, you're lost, buddy. Hopefully you've been having a good day though, Razor. Dude, look at this. Like, look at this Pharah play. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, they survive the initial, they get the res after Monk dies. This is what I mean. Like, if Glads doesn't get success with, I open your stream, my nose starts bleeding. Goodbye. Oh, wow. You're not gonna even stay to watch, like, Jinmu play, dude? Like, Jinmu is so good, dude. This should be you, Razor. You should be the North American Jinmu, dude. Freaking cracked on Pharah. But yeah, like as long as Chengdu survive the initial engagement of Glad just lose. Because Jinmu and Leave just go around the other side of the map. Like it's always out of the three that I brought up, so Late Young, Jinmu, and Leave, one of them will peel, and the other two will just flank around and just like continue to get kills and pop off. Okay, so if they go first tempo with the CMP, they should be okay. Oh my god, Leave. What? What is that shot? Oh, no way, dude. What? Oh my god, that was fucked. Birdring is in like shock, like Jesus. Birdring doesn't know what to pick. Uh, wrong word. Okay, Space gets an early kill onto Leave, so this is a good start. Chung do have a lot of ults online though. Okay, they use Bongo at the start to try to potentially win the fight. Did Late Young bomb? Please tell me he did not bomb. Doesn't no, he didn't bomb. They did Valkyr, but look at all the ults utilized. They used the rally, they used the nano, like they used the pulse. They only have a primal, and this primal, like if Muse goes in with primal, it should be an insta burst by Jinmu. So like what should end up happening is as they come for retake, Jinmu should play like closer to his team. Like he can still spam, like he should just be spamming monkey right now. But he should be like he can spam like squishies or he can spam monkey, but he should be close enough to oh my god again. What the hell, dude? I was about to say he should be close enough to Muse to where he could burst him with a barrage, but dude, Leave is cracked. Like what the hell am I watching? Okay, Jinmu kills one, but like it this is looking kind of rough from Chengdu. Like Chengdu needs one more kill in order to win this. Lee finds another kill. Like it is possible. Oh, it is. This is like bullshit. Like, does Leaf have hacks? Like, what the fuck is going on? Glad's almost bring that back, but like, bro, Leaf is just nuts. Like, this kid just, like, that's nuts. That's crazy, dude. Oh, the guy is just. Do you know that series in Toronto versus like Atlanta when we were doing the watch party during the NA countdown like cup playoffs? Or the play-ins for Hawaii, and how Hisu was just killing Edison like back to back to back. Like that is what this is reminding me of. Like this is, oh, what? What a flick! This guy's cracked. Jesus, that's insane. Chengdu just gonna play the same? They're gonna play dive this time with ball. Okay, this is what I'm really curious about. Are they the better dive, like ball dive team? They're playing very similar. The only thing is they have a Hanzo instead of a Tracer. They aren't running the Zarya variation though, which is very interesting to me. Oh my gosh, Muse just like instantly got railed. Dude, like it feels like the tanks just aren't able to do anything. Like they're trying to go like super fast pace, and Hunters is just like bullying the shit out of them. Like wow. Like you see Muse's HP bar, it just like it went from 0 to 100 real freaking fast. And I don't even think that was from Leave. I think that was from Jinmu and Late Young. Kesrick finds like an opening pick. All right. He has a pulse, so like he can utilize pulse as well if he needs to. He's going for it. He misses. Forced to recall. But it looks like enough. Like they don't have Jinmu here to pressure early, like forward. So it's really really hard for them to get the value here. Oh my gosh, okay, they can turn this. They killed the break. They just have to walk forward and keep pressuring like they are, because they also have the EMP. As long as they keep pressuring forward, like they can turn this point in their favor. Birdring is going to be forced to have to EMP here. EMP comes out, like Trank is on the board here from Glads. Great Trank here from Monk. Oh my gosh, Shu gets the kill. Kevster is getting marked so well. Like he kills the break there, but like dude, like Kevster Tracer, something different, but these fights are going back and forth. Like look at look at what Hunter's forced. Like they were down one, they just get one kill and instantly they're ready to turn it on a dime. Like this is crazy. That was a really good try. Hunters now feel like they're forced to have to mirror, but like I don't even think mirroring is that bad. Like they played the Hanzo. Hanzo was giving them success last time because of the Winston. Now they're changing it up to the Tracer because of the ball. I think this is a better idea, and I don't think Leave's a bad Tracer either. Like I feel like this should turn in favor of Hunters now, like very heavily, like swing. Oh my lord. The hack and Monk tried to take like too much space, like too fast. It felt like, and then he just got stuck in a really poor position. I kind of want to see like the tanks POVs a little bit more from Glads, because like they were getting punished a little bit earlier on in this round, but now it looks like they're being a little bit better with their aggression. Like they're not going like super hard all the time. They're like kind of soft committing, and then they're going hard later on. EMP connects on the Shu, but okay, they end up killing Shu. Gaga looks like he's gonna go down though. It looks like Gaga's like committing just a little bit too much. Like he felt like he had to go for the slam there. I think if he didn't go for the slam, they would have lost. To be honest with you. Oh my gosh, the EMP comes from Birdring to try to turn, but like everyone's already dead Birdring. Like you can't do that, man. The rally had to come out as well because of the EMP. Like don't think you needed it, but it is what it is. Dude, this aggression, jeez Louise. I'm curious to compare, like, after this round alone, what are the deaths per 10 from Gaga versus Muse? Like, I actually am curious. Because I've seen Gaga die quite a bit, but, like, and I haven't seen Muse die too much. But I don't know if it's just because, like, I see Gaga dying first in a lot of these fights, so he's doing his job or what. Oh my gosh. Jimmy was just already set up for that play, too. Like, that's crazy. Monk is, like, not scared. He's, like, ready to go aggressive. Like, they still have Trank on. They were able to get the point, but I don't think this is winnable for Glads. Birdring goes down. Like, Kevster has a pulse. Like, if Kevster hits a miracle pulse, they can win. He gets forced out. 5 seconds left. Like, Birdring goes to Widow to potentially just get some picks from spawn. They have both support ults on the side of Glads. Oh my gosh. Okay, Leave is able to shut down Skew before Skew can even get that rally down. The break survives on the side of Chengdu. Like Leave just killing two. This is what I'm saying. Like Leave was playing Hanzo, and like it looked so much easier for Leave on Tracer than it did on Hanzo there. And you just see the power. Like he just like brute forces himself. It looks so. Oh, Hunter's actually looked pretty damn good, dude. What the heck? Shit's so fucking funny. Dude, I literally am like, I'm so excited for this dude. Like I sort of want to like do some stuff on the side, but like, dude, this series is gonna be super fucking exciting to watch. Cause like I said, like I want to see Gaga's deaths per 10. I don't think they're gonna like show the stats, but like that would be dope if I could see like Gaga versus Muse's deaths per 10. I'll have to see them later. Like I think by the end of the tournament I'll have to see it, but I want to compare it in this series because I feel like I said, I consider Gaga to be like the best ball in the league right now. And I feel like his decision making is really, really good on ball of like when to trade his life and when to like live. And overall it just felt like he was doing a very good job of like he sacrificed his life sometimes for kills, but I felt like it was key kills that he sacrificed himself for. So like he killed a Zen or he killed a Brig, but he died. But I think that trade is worth because he comes back faster, and those are key players or key heroes required to potentially win the fight, right? And if those characters are down, then you win the longevity of the fight. It doesn't guarantee you win the fight, but it guarantees that you'll win the longer duration of the fight. Man, what are these guys doing? This is like so funny, dude. These guys are like jokesters, Kepster and Reinforce. So I'm curious what map Glaz will pick now. Because Chengdu showed a bunker, which I wasn't expecting. I guess based off of the New York series, it makes sense that they could play bunker because they like showed it a little bit. I think they showed it against who else? We saw a little bit of Chengdu as well. When I was looking through Goggins POV. I don't remember which team it was. But I think that truthfully speaking, like Chengdu can do both, but they prefer the dive over like even if it's a hybrid dive, they prefer the dive over anything else. But I wonder if Glad's one trick, like fairly pretty much like one tricking a comp, is what's gonna cost them the series, to be honest with you. Because Hunter's double shield or Hunter's shield comp with Orisa is the same as Soul's, right? So like that's why I'm like really curious to see what's gonna end up happening. Okay. Oh, they picked Anubis. Interesting. I wonder why they picked Anubis. I feel like Anubis is not the pick. I don't know, that's just me. I feel like Anubis isn't the pick against that. Because then, like, if you think about, like, Anubis, right? Like, Chengdu can still play that comp, the Hanzo comp, right? Hanzo Orisa, Pharah, right? Well, they're not even going to play that. Oh, they're on attack, so, like, things could change. Okay, Glads are going to play... Huh. 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 So Glads is just going to be playing this composition here. They're going to be going back to like this shield comp, but I feel like they were always pretty weak on the shield comp. I don't know how to feel about this shield comp, honestly. Like I'm kind of skeptical about it. Then you have Chengdu. Chengdu is going to probably play their ball comp. Yeah, like This seems good. Like this seems like a Chengdu. Gaga on Monkey. Wait a second. This is trolling, right? Like, there's no way Leave is playing Genji, right? Surely not, right? Wait a second. What? Are they just playing for a Nano Blade and then just gonna try to win off the execution of a Nano Blade? Is either they're playing for a Nano Blade or they're playing for a fast execute on the platform. They're literally trying to burst things. Like this is so weird to watch. Cause like I wouldn't run. I just realized that I still have like this thing here. I wouldn't run Genji just because like Genji is like, sure you can burst things with Genji, but why run Genji when you can just run like a Tracer or like a Pharah or something to deal with this? But like it's working. Like, dude, Leave is just fucking killing everything. Like, what's going on, dude? This shouldn't be working. I feel. They didn't even like my key thing is like he didn't even like I'm getting flustered because like I don't know where to start. Like I just don't even feel like he got to burst anything. Like when he went in the dive with Gaga, like they didn't even burst anything down. They just like went in and they tried the initial burst, it didn't work, and then he just took a 1v1 and he just wins the 1v1. Like that's so unfair. Like what is this? Now they have Nano Blade EMP, like Rally, they have everything online. Like if guys want to try to stop this, they're gonna Nano Pharah here and try to like set tempo, which they do. They do set tempo. They go really aggressive here. But like, does that really matter if you're Chengdu? Not really. Like, look at the ults that you just forced them to use. They use Nano and they use Pharah ult. Now they're swapped to Tracer, so it's kind of whatever. But like, Nano is still a very big ult. You look at their composition too. Like, they can't stop your dive. If you can go for an EMP and force out Bird Ring so that he doesn't get a good EMP, or you EMP Bird Ring, which is like a bonus if you can do that, you just go in with Nano Blade and you win. Like, this is good. Start off with Rally. You get nanoed. Blade comes out. Like, Leave does not get hit by it. So, like, he can still get the value even if he's not nanoed. The bomb is, like, pretty good, though, from space. He kills Jinmu. I don't think they have the numbers to push this on the side of Chengdu. Do they have the numbers? No way, right? They kill Muse, but, like, he's going hard on Kevster right now, who has no recall as a monkey. Oh. They're still going. Jinmu got Bird Ring. Like, this is winnable. Especially since Monk is, like, nano to Leave. Like, oh my lord. Dude, Chengdu are playing out of their minds right now. What the hell am I watching? What the actual hell? Dude, they have Blade Rally again. Dude, what is this? If Muse gets hacked, he's screwed. Nice E by Late Young. Gaga probably goes down here, but like, if Leave... Okay, I was gonna say, if Leave can like utilize his blade and kill a few, like they can win. But it looks like he's saving it for the EMP here. I think that's actually a smarter play. Like, there's a lot of players. That's actually really smart from Leave. So he's going for the higher risk or the higher potential play of success than the higher risk play. They can open it up with Rally and then look to get a good EMP on point when they force the point, and then Leave can just like finish off the kills with the blade. That's so smart. They will have a Rally themselves, so like you need to go really fast with this EMP. He went fast. He didn't hit Skewed though, so like he needs to kill Skewed. He kills Shu. He's going for right for Skew because he knows he has to go for Skewed. And he kills both supports. Like, this should be an insta-fight win right here. Like, not even close. And look at this. Like, all of Chengdu are on point. Like, Leave is just nanoed again. This guy is, like, unfazed. Like, look at this guy. What is this? Like, what? I just, like... I, I, words are hard. Words are hard right now for me. Words are hard. Chengdu can still lose this if they don't clean up and somebody dies. Birdring's gonna die. No, they win this. They win this as long as they push together, Chengdu. Leave had Blade 2 to finish up this fight. Dude, Glads are doing a great job of stalling this out. Jesus. Hack goes on to Kester. Kester's not able to get the value, but like the trades are going in favor of Glads. It's so close though every time for Chengdu. Chengdu just are never able to finish up the kills. Like I don't. I'm baffled. Like I feel like Chengdu has opened up every single fight like almost like perfectly. Like it's crazy how well they've opened up these fights, and they can do it again. Like they can do the exact same play that they did before, except they do need to rush it a little bit because of the ults online for Glads. But they have a Nano Blade this time, so realistically you can just full send majority of your ults, and you should be able to win as long as you hit skewed and or Shu. You should be able to still win this fight, I think, with Nano Blade, because you just burst down the supports again, and then you just go to peel for your team with the blade. Why is I okay? They mess up the nano. It doesn't go on the lead, but it doesn't matter. You still kill Shu. They kill Skewed as well. They're on the point. Like surely they win this time. Like Kester gets a huge kill though onto the brig. If they can't kill these guys fast enough on the side of okay, the EMP is pretty good from Jinmu, but it doesn't stop the rally. Bomb comes out. Yeah, like I was gonna say, like if they can't get these kills fast enough, they're gonna just lose from the respawns again. Kester is literally getting a kill on a support every single fight. Like, I need to make this clear. Kester is solo handedly keeping gladiators in this map because he keeps killing Monk or Yveltal like every single time. And for defenders, it's not as important, right? Oh, Leaf can't touch. See, the key thing is like on defense, right? You can lose your supports, like you even if you lose your supports first, like as long as you can delay the point for long enough and trade and get one of their supports, specifically probably the flex support or the main support, any of the two, you win that fight. Obviously, if the main support is someone aside from Brig, it's not as valuable as flex support, but since Brig does a lot of the majority healing in that composition, Brig is a big part of that comp to keep them alive and healthy, right? So I don't know, man. Like that's crazy, dude. I'm kind of just shook by the fact that they're running Genji and they're like Chengdu's kind of making it work against Afera. And the other reason I'm kind of shook is like Glads are winning these fights when Chengdu are heavily favored to win. Like I honestly feel like part of the reason why Chengdu was losing, like I said, is like Kester. Like, I swear to God, Kester was getting a kill every single fight to turn that around. He got nano twice, too, in order to try to clutch up and get some kills and get a pulse bomb faster. Like, that is dedication to your carry, dude. Like, that's nuts. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I knew they messed up that nano. I was wondering how they messed it up, but it makes sense. I think at the end of the day, the nano actually wasn't that bad, even though he fucked up the nano, because it made Yveltal survive for a longer period of time. Okay, like I'm so interested in this. Why Genji? Like the only thing I can think of is like the 1v1 potential is so high on Genji that it's like really good to go Genji. And aside from that, like the execution, so you can go for a burst, right? It's compared to Tracer, like Tracer you need a one clip, right? Genji you have dash, right click, you have melee, right? Like you have a lot more of a combo to kind of help execute somebody on like a fast tempo dive. So I feel like it makes sense for Glads to run it, but I can't tell if this is an actual comp for them or if they're just copying what Chengdu is doing because they're like, oh, Chengdu made this work, we can make this work, we're good enough to make this work. Because I never seen Glads run this comp except once, and it did not go well, if I remember correctly. Dude, this is crazy. Oh my god, that sleep. Jesus. He tried, but he couldn't. As long as Yveltal can live with his Valk, he can Valk in this mid fight and he can potentially res Jinmu. It's still winnable if he can get the res on Jinmu. He gets it on Gaga instead because Jinmu respawns. Nah, this is over now. He didn't waste the Valk though. That's the key thing. He did not waste the Valk. That literally is just based off of a play from freaking Shu. Like Shu hits an insane sleep and they just win that. Are they going for the recontest? They are going for the recontest. Recontest with the Valk. Jimu's just trying to get a hero play onto the supports. He realizes he has to get the supports or some sort of kill in order to potentially turn this around. He's not able to get any. Nice job from Yavato, like to juggle the point with his Valk. But now it's like about dying. You just need to die now. Die on the point because if you do not die on the point, you just lose here, guys. Leave is just dragoning. I assume he's just dragoning and he's gonna die on point because he doesn't want to play this character anymore, maybe? No, okay, he's backing up with this. He kills Kevster and he gets a mech. Like, he almost gets bird ring too. Kevster, like, Leaf pretty much has just made it so that he stopped their snowball. Dude, that's insane. Like, dude, the fucking mechanical plays in these series is just straight up nuts. Like, these players are crazy. Like, I just can't believe it, dude. It's insane. He just goes hard because he knows that Kevster's hacked. Like, he tries to get like an aggressive trade. Dude, Kevster gets like 4 though. This is not good for Chengdu. They put Chengdu in a position to where dude, that was all from a shoe sleep. That's crazy. I can't believe that. That's insane. Wow. Then that Nano Blade is what won them it, but like that sleep, dude. That sleep from Shu, dude. What a god. What a god. So we might have a series on our hand actually then. Damn. That was insane. Yeah, I agree, dude. It was pretty crazy. You have Custa over here trying to inflate the sea, dude. Crazy, crazy. And this is why I consider Shu one of the top three flex supports right now in the league. Guy is honestly cracked. Not even trolling. Same with Leave. Like, I think actually I casted my vote for MVP. Like, I think it was yesterday I casted it, and my vote was actually for Leave. Like, that guy has been the guy has been insanely good since before Owl when he was on Miraculous Youngsters, and I'm glad he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. But the guy is quite literally insane at the game. Like, he took a break. Like, take this and keep this in mind. He took a break from Overwatch when when Owl first came out. So season one of Owl, he didn't go to contenders. He took a break from the game. I think he either went to PUBG or he kind of chilled for a whole year. He just did whatever he wanted to for a year. Came back to Overwatch, got picked up by Chengdu, and he looked like a decent player. Like he didn't look insane at that time because he had to grind and get back into form. But he looked okay at the beginning, and then as time went on, he looked better and better and better. And by the time World Cup happened that year, he looked like a completely different player. Like he looked cracked. Uh, but again, it's crazy. It's crazy how good he is at the game. I just can't believe it, dude. Like I have a feeling that this whole game is going to be super super tight. I have a feeling that I still feel like it's one of those situations. Like remember how I talked about with Soul versus Atlanta, how Atlanta had the better, like they have good players, like insane players, but they had the better macro. They were just getting outplayed a little bit by Shanghai's DPS and flex support at certain times. Like they were all three of them, Fitz, Profit, Creative, were all having really really good days. I feel like with Glads, it's like Kepster. Kepster's the one that's having a very good days right now, or a very good day today. So even if Chengdu is playing as a better team, I feel as if Kepster can take away and run away with a lot of moments. Mind you, like Kepster always plays like this, I find. So Kepster just having a normal game, but I'm just saying like he's a big reason why I feel Glads are still potentially in this. He's just pulling out clutch play after clutch play. It's kind of crazy. King's Row. Wonder why wonder why Chengdu forced King's Row. Chengdu have not lost a hybrid in Countdown Cup. Really? Interesting. Interesting. I feel like forcing Glads to a shield like composition. I need to stop saying the word like. I feel as if forcing Glads into a shield composition is really smart for Chengdu because I feel as if my team is the stronger team in this kind of matchup from what I can tell. Because what they played, did they play? They didn't play shield, right? On Temple? At least I don't think they did. I mean they did. Actually, they might have, but No, wait, they didn't. No, they played fast execute. What am I talking about? They didn't play shield on Temple. They played like they played pretty much dive actually, I think. I was about to say I want to see what answer they get have for Jinmu because Jinmu is can run away with the game, but Birdring just hits insane shots. I guess that's their answer. Birdring hitting shots. The thing Jinmu has to be careful about is the one characteristic I love about Jinmu is also the characteristic I hate about Jinmu as well. Is Jinmu is an incredibly aggressive Pharah, and I love it because most Pharah players are very scared. Like they play super scared. They respect space too much. Jinmu does not respect your space at all as Pharah. Like he will go aggressive. He sees that the only real counter to him is Shu, and that's why he's not that scared. But he still needs to understand tempo and play space properly, I think. Um, and just keep that in mind when he's going for aggressive plays like that. But aside from that, like that's why I'm not the happiest. Like I love Jinmu's aggression more than I hate it because most fair players will not do something like that we just saw. Most fair players will kind of stay and play it slow, and that's why I really respect Jinmu's fair for that reason. But also, in some scenarios, I'll just like head turn because I'm baffled at why he did that when he knows like all the information that is shown to him shows that he should not do decisions like that. Our leave goes down. Jimu's getting a trade. The rest of Glads is just cleaning up the rest of the point. Hmm. Oh, excuse me. They're starting to capitalize on Leave, like taking very aggressive off angles now. So I'd prefer for Leave in this mirror to actually play more so stacked. I don't want to say stacked, but play more with his tanks and maybe have Late Young play a little bit more of the off angles than him. Because I feel if he plays a little bit more with his team compared to him playing the off angle, he won't be punished as much. Because right now, I think the big thing for Leave is they're starting to send they're starting to send Kepster after him, actually, I'm noticing. So they need to be very careful about Leave going on off angles, and he needs to also be really careful about how he uses Storm Arrow. Because if Leave uses Storm Arrow without regard for Kepster's Tracer, it could leave him in a very poor situation for the duel. So that's my only scary part. But this also means that Jinmu needs to be very aggressive at these chokes. He can't be giving them space if Kepster is going after Leave. That's a great dragon actually from Leave, holy cow. Space goes on top of him here. Great from Jinmu to get a good trade here. Jinmu's unable to get the kill onto the Diva mech. He does have barrage here. He can look for a barrage over the top. There's a conk, there's the barrage. That's worth it at the end of the day. Even if he died there, it's worth it because he can get rezzed because of the Velk. Voltol looks to Velk here just to keep him alive, it looked like, to body block and everything. I was gonna say, I think that's fine, but like looking at their ult conditioning here, like they don't have any ults actually online. I would have potentially liked to save that Velk for this fight here, but them using so many ults, they use 4 ults in that engagement just to stay alive, just to make sure that they win. They need to get a pick here. Leave or Jinmu have to get a pick, or they need to farm very aggressively. There's Kester. Kester decides not to go for it. He's instead going to go all the way around. It's good that Leave is playing this aggressive. Like, he's looking to try to get some sort of damage, some sort of pick. Kester gets a great pick by lurking really, really well to kill Late Young when Late Young goes for the bomb. Pulse lands onto Leave. He just makes it look, again, super easy with those Pulse Bomb sticks. Kester is just playing that third tempo so well, dude. They need to keep a better eye on Kepster. If they do not keep an eye on Kepster, he can run away with this game. And it feels like Glads are just putting Kester on Tracer right now because they're abusing the fact that Jinmu would have to play something like a Sombra. I think that this kind of style works for Chengdu most of the time, but I don't think they've ever played against a Tracer like Kester before. So that's my only fear about this. Like Kepster's able to do it. Man, Leave doing like two things at once, three things at once. Like, this guy is just crazy. He Sonics to see if Kepster's around before he goes in. He has Dragon. Like, the guy is doing, I kid you not, he's doing three things at bloody once. It's crazy. And right now, like, Glides aren't able to do anything. Kevster and Leave are having duels, like individual duels right now. And it's pretty much if Kevster can't get any value on the flank, Glides are struggling because they don't know how to deal with this macro. Their idea of dealing with this macro is Kevster can just kill him. Kevster will kill three. We'll be fine. It's working in a lot of these fights, don't get me wrong, but like there's only so far it can go. Like I'm just shocked, dude. Leave is doing so many things at once. Like a perfect example is that last fight. Leave went from Leave is like dealing damage to the enemy team. He sonics below him to make sure that Tracer's nowhere near him, and if he is, he can go for the duel. He drops, sees Tracer, he goes for the duel. He has Storm. He made sure he saved Storm so that he could duel him. Right when he forces Tracer to recall, Tracer doesn't commit. He goes back up. He starts shooting. Late Young comes over. I don't know if he called Late Young to come over, but Late Young comes over because he knows he has Pulse, and then he goes to take the duel immediately on him again when he has Sonic and he has Storm Arrow again. Kijimi switches off. Yveltal and Monk just use both support ults at the same time. Should have probably spaced those a little bit. They're gonna have to just like delay time here. I feel as if 15 seconds. It's not bad for Chengdu. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the thing that's gonna lose Chengdu the series is Jinmu's inflexibility. I think it's really the big problem here. Like, his Pharah is super strong, don't get me wrong, but what does he switch to after Pharah? Sombra? Sombra against that comp does not get value, right? You need something consistent. You need something either consistent or you need something to okay, how do I put this? You need something to consistently pressure the core. So it's pretty much the majority of members that are walking in a certain direction or pathway. So in my eyes, it would probably be the Orisa, the D.Va, the supports. You need someone to be able to do constant pressure aside from leave with that, or you need someone to be able to mark the enemy flanker, which is Kevster, or do something similar that Kevster's doing right now. But he can't do either or. So I mean, he can do one. He can do the what's it called? He can pick a character that will do consistent damage. That could work, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think based off of Hunter's like hero pools. What could you switch the Pharaoh off to? Torb, maybe? And just play spam Torb, I guess? But I don't know if Jinmu can play Torb. I think he can, but I'm not 100%. I don't know. Honestly, if Jinmu is really good at Pharah and Sombra, and he's pretty decent at Genji. If he could play any other character, like if he could play Tracer in his hero pool as well, I feel like he would be like the ultimate flex for Chengdu, because he would just be able to play whatever Lee does not want to play, kind of thing. Look at this aggression. He just doesn't care. Oh, that Mercy tech. Holy crap. Shu and Shu and what's it called? Shu and Kevster just running around with this game, like doing great things overall, like crazy. So nuts seeing them play. A beak? You think Widow is good there? Leave on Widow, Jimmy, Hanzo, Genji or something? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so, no. I feel like you need the consistent pressure from Pharah. Like, you're noticing that Leave and Jinmu are consistently like going between forcing like a 1v1 or they're consistently pressuring like the core. But the issue with it is that what was I gonna say? The issue with it is that Pharah can be too slow, right? So you're noticing that Kepster is kind of just speeding up the pace, and because they have nothing to slow him down, because look at the supports, right, from Hunters, you have nothing to slow down that Tracer. The only thing that can slow down that Tracer is a Brig, a Torb, or a Tracer. That's why I said like I feel like Tracer is good here if you're Hunters, and then you just play Brig, right? But my only issue with that, right, is Jinmu can't play Torb, and he can play Hanzo, I think, but I don't think it's that good. Okay, Jinmu gets two, but I don't. Wow, the nano goes on the wrong person. Glock. That was a great play there actually from Jinmu. Jinmu's able to get an incredibly good trade. But Chengdu need to come up with an answer real fast. I feel as if Torb is the answer, like against this. I really do think Torb is the answer. You have to play Torb. If you don't play Torb, I can't think of anything else that Jinmu could play. Like he has to know how to play Torb. I think he played Torb during the first tournament, the Summer Showdown or whatever. So I'm pretty sure he can play Torb. But I feel like that's what you need to do against Kester. Like you don't have to kill Kester. You just have to delay Kester and buy time for leave, like in the rest of your team. If you don't delay and buy time for the rest of your team and leave, you're just not doing enough. Because if this is the case, right? The way you gotta think about it is like this. If you aren't gonna buy time and leave is gonna be the one buying time against their flanker, then you might as well just go like you need to go really aggressive as Pharah, right? But the only issue with going aggressive as Pharah is he can't go super fast tempo. It's really weird. Or it could swap to Anabal. Yeah, that works too. Like go increase the tempo, go a little bit faster. Yeah, I agree. It's really good for trading. I think I think this is works too. So instead of like slowing down the tempo for Glads, they're finding a way to speed up the tempo for themselves, which I think is really, really smart. Either way works. Like both ways work really well. It's just again like it comes back down to like what do you want to do, right? Oh my god, the peel. The mines from Gaga. What a great minefield from Gaga there. As they're walking up, Gaga minefields forces them to kind of have to back up because they can't take that space, and then they just like go super defensive. Too many ults utilized though. They use Barrage, they use Nano, they used Velk, they used Mines. Like they don't have a lot of ults for this next push. They only have Leaves Dragon. This is a very like by the way like Chengdu doing something like this is a very Chengdu answer. I'll be honest with you. Like increasing the tempo so that they could just go super fast is like as I said, it's a very Chengdu answer because Chengdu don't go like normal compositions. They go wacky stuff. And to me, like I consider this kind of wacky because if I was trying to out tempo this, I would be really I don't want to say really confused, but like I'd be like, nah, like I'm good. I don't want to out tempo that because I just lose out tempoing that. Logically, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking at least. Yeah, Kefster switching to the Genji, like the Genji switches make sense because you can 1v1 more easily in this enclosed area, right? Genji gets a lot of value in this enclosed area. So the real question is Jinmu gonna switch off this character? Surely they nano Jinmu and Jinmu just goes really aggressive to try to go for trades. Because they don't even have anything to deal with him aside from Matrix. Okay, conk in and go. Nano. Goes for an aggressive play. Jinmu instantly goes down. Great dragon there from Bridring. Jinmu literally goes in to go super fast tempo. Dragon's right behind him. He gets completely peeled off because his team can't help him and he has to back up. Okay, Jinmu is going Sombra here. I don't know. They're going dive. Wow. That makes sense. That's not a bad pick actually because they don't have a Brig. But they don't have any ults here. This is rough. Kester just goes for a super fast blade. Yeah, Kester just wins that. And you still have two support ults. You have a bomb. Like Hunters did the switch too late. If Hunters did the switch any earlier, it would have been so much better. But also hard for third. I feel like Ball is pretty hard for third. I think Orisa's easier. I feel they're playing around Jinmu. Like I said, like they're trying really, really hard to try to play around Jinmu's hero pool, and it's kind of screwing them over right now. Honestly, actually, something else that they could have done that I'm kind of confused out of is why don't you just play the Orisa comp, but just play Mei? What are they gonna do if you just play Mei and then you just play the leave on Hanzo and shit? You could do that too. Actually, funny enough, I forgot about that. Because then you could walk up to them and you could just brawl them too, right? You can brawl them, and Tracer isn't gonna get any value because you just have protection. I I don't know, man. Chengdu look like they've been countered or like thought out. Don't say that Chengdu is perfect. Chengdu is perfect. I never said that Chengdu is perfect, but I think Chengdu is very good. They're very good at what they do, but and they're very good at adjusting as well. Like you're seeing them adjust like consistently, and they're doing adjustments that aren't even that can work, but are very hard to execute. Like I'm pretty confident that if Jinmu could increase his hero pool by one more character, I actually think they would be really, really good. It's like a similar situation to Sparkle, sorry, Sparkle this year. If Sparkle could just play a hit scan, they would be in an insane spot. Like they potentially wouldn't even need Pine, but he can't play hit scan, right? He's a projectile player. They had two projectile players, but if he could have learned it and picked it up, like they would have been quite a crazy team. Damn, dude, this is crazy, crazy game. I can't believe that. It's so crazy. Like, it's so nuts how good Chengdu is, but how handicapped they are. They do so well with their handicap, but it's just so unfortunate. Shooting Kefster Ray Boss mode, I agree, Abik. They are doing like crazy things. I think Shu and Kefster, I think I'll put it like this. I feel like if Chengdu is playing against any other team aside, well, if they played against Atlanta today, I feel like Chengdu would have potentially done really well against Atlanta today. Just because I actually feel like they would have probably won against Seoul too. Even though Seoul had like Fitz and Fitz Profit and Creative popping off, I feel like Kefster is just like on a different level Cause that guy always is popping off 24/7. It's just crazy. I have nothing to say aside from Kepster is. I actually truly can say I think Kepster is truly winning like Glad's this because Kepster is adjusting his play really really well, and Kepster is doing what he needs to do really really well in order to keep Glad's in this. In my eyes, like it's almost as if Kepster is solo-handedly allowing them to win like a lot of these fights on Tracer. That being said, that's where like the adjustment comes in, right? The adjustment from Glad came in about how to deal with this whole kind of fair situation, right? Just have Kester play Tracer, have Kester play second tempo like Lurk, and or sorry, third tempo Lurk, and he'll do really well. Or put every resource into Kester, and Kester will just win and kill 2 or 3. Shu, don't get me wrong, like Shu is also doing the same. Like Shu is doing incredibly well. He's doing a lot of good things. He's staying alive. He's getting some great key picks. He's the main reason that they were able to win Temple in my eyes, like get past the first point because of that sleep onto Jinmu. So many good things. It's just nuts. I can't believe it. Like I truthfully cannot believe it. It's insanity for me. Talking about space now. Space doing a good job controlling space. Ha 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 ha. Okay, what is so hunters force them to kings. Hunters didn't. It's not like hunters looked bad on kings either. Like hunters looked okay. It's just a few key moments that kind of really screwed them over. Late Young's just having a nice little banana. The rest of hunters are kind of just like jamming out, like thinking. I just find that so funny. Late Young just having like a mid map snack. It's hilarious, dude. Gladiator is peaking at the right time. I don't know if they're peaking at the right time. I just feel like this is kind of their meta, sort of. Like this is like a dive meta. It's just like what they said about Chengdu. Like this is like Chengdu's meta, because it's a dive-ish kind of meta. If you can dive, like you're really really good. If you can play first tempo dive, you're really really good. We saw that teams were that I don't want to say weren't comfortable with dive, but we saw teams that were like kind of weird about dive. Just I don't want to say do not do well, but they did well. Like Atlanta is a good example of a team that's not diving that's doing well. Like Shock, I think would have done well actually in this tournament as well. It was like super close between Shock and Glads too. I'd like Chengdu. I think is a good team as well. It's just hard to adjust. Like I feel when I watch Chengdu, my brain just everything that I feel like I've taught some of my teams, I just see in Chengdu. How they play the angles, how they play the tempo. The thing that they have, like, as well as great firepower, is they just have Leave. Like, Leave is so good at what he does as well. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Their coach, I've always thought that their coach was really, really good. Um, when I met him at World Cup in 2018 and picked his brain like for a little bit, like his English was okay. Like it was a little bit broken, but like when I picked his brain a little bit, it was crazy to hear some of the stuff he talked about. Like he to me is there's four coaches in the game. If I ever had the opportunity to work with, I guess five, because I'll count that one person. I'm a little bit more skeptical about this person, but I'll count them. There's five coaches in this game that I would want to work with, like very badly. Krusty is one of them. The other one would be Drunk Buck. The third one would be Moon. The fourth one would be Rui, which is um, Chengdu Hunters head coach. And then the fifth one is Rush. Rush is the fifth one. I think Moon, I'm pretty sure I said Moon, but like Moon's on there as well. So if I didn't say Moon, that's six. But out of all six of those coaches, those are the coaches I want to talk to. Okay, got Chengdu going to a more open map now. This is a little bit easier for them to run this Pharah. Okay, so I talked about like how King's Row could work for them and they would have to be aggressive. You see how like you see how they're forcing Glads to a more open map. So they're forcing Glads to have to play dive, right? Glads has to play dive here because if they try to play the shield oriented comp here against what Hunters is playing, it's really hard because Hunters is really good at playing very aggressively at the rotations. The other thing that I would also bring up though is Glads don't feel comfortable playing like barrier composition here. So like Orisa composition in open areas when they could just play dive. Because this is the main thing they practice in open maps is dive. And Hunter's comp, in my eyes, completely I don't want to say counters, but they completely runnable here, completely viable because Jinmu is able to just do a lot. He's not forced into tight areas. He's not forced into enclosed vicinities, right? All right. EMP misses, but they're able to get the mech at least with the barrage. This started off looking really, really good for Chengdu, but that EMP from late, like he wanted to set tempo really badly. He missed the EMP, it looked like. Either that or he got baited, or he got stunned. I couldn't tell. That peel from late young, great peel from late young. They can recontest this with a Nano onto Jinmu. Nano onto Jinmu. Jinmu is just gonna go crazy mode now. Great. This looks great. Nice shot. Actually, I feel like I kind of forgot I coached you. I was just like, as I'm like going through my list, I forgot. I listed a lot of the league coaches, but like the coaches in the league. But the one coach that's not in the league right now that I would really want to learn from is or kind of like learn a little bit from is the Team CC coach, the old coach for Team CC. Uh, don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was another one. Crazy peel from EMP. Like that peel was just crazy. And look at this tempo. Like Jimmy gets the trade there, and those two kills are actually worth because he killed both supports, right? He gets rezzed. It's really easy. And see how much easier it is for Chengdu to play on a map where Jinmu can play a lot more terrain. He can play this super aggro kind of tempo. Now it's pretty much last fight. Leave has to hit an insane EMP. If Leave can hit both supports here, he's done his job. Okay, he's trying to bait the EMP. Oh my god, that rocket. Actually Jinmu just like getting that kill is kind of crazy in itself. Is he gonna nano? Oh. EMP onto Muse and Kevster. He hit Kevster with that. Holy crap. Jinmu and Leave just like turned it up a level here. Like, jeez Louise. I would just go for the barrage play. Jinmu, go for it. Barrage on cart. Good eat by Late Young. Dude, everyone from Chengdu is playing incredibly well. This is what happens when Jinmu gets to play his game. And Jinmu gets to not be like countercomped and shit. Like if he plays on a good map where Farah is able to have a lot of space to work with, he does incredibly well. Dude, like the car is in such a good position for Chengdu too. If Glads want to win this, Glads has to change their comp. If they don't change this comp, that's gonna be nuts. This is a map to review from Chengdu. Holy, it is. That like if they win this map, I 100%. Um, I think for macro review, I did a macro review today with Chengdu versus New York. I think I might just do this map for macro review because this map is actually cracked. Like that's insane. Leave also 3 EMPs compared to Bird Ring 1. Yeah, that's because, to be fair though, the reason why is because Jinmu is getting so much spam off that I think it's a mixture of like Jinmu is ending these fights really early by not allowing them to go for the dive, but also Jinmu is getting a lot of great trade kills, and it seems as if Late Young is consistently hunting for Bird Ring. He's not giving Bird Ring any room to move around the map. It's kind of crazy. That's why I said like everyone from Chengdu is playing this really, really well. And this is why I'm confident that if Jinmu is playing well, or if Jinmu is able to play his game, Chengdu look like an untouchable team this tournament. It will be crazy. Chengdu just set the tempo super well. Never let enemy team backline walk up. Yeah, I agree. 5 head. Thanks, Serge. They have one fight. They need to win one fight. That means that Leave has to get a pick. Either Leave has to get a pick or Jinmu has to get a pick. That's it. Like, they don't have to do anything crazy. They just have to get one kill. One kill and they can snowball this really, really hard. Jimmy is just getting so much spam. He's forced like space to have no DM, and this cart, like I said, like cart's in like a position for one fight. Oh, he's trying. Leave is trying so hard. He's tunneling so hard on trying to get the kill. That was a one clip though. That was pretty. That was pretty cool from Kevster. I think a big thing is like Leaf needs to calm down and not feel like he needs to rush. Because all Chengdu need to do is they just have to slowly win. Like they were slowly winning that map. If they just like even though he really wanted that kill leave and if he got that kill, it would have been great for them. He's so low that you can just pressure the people in the front and just keep forcing them back. On the bright side, they do have ult online, but like look at Glad's ult economy. Like 2 minutes 30 seconds. It's gonna be really hard. You need Glads to really fuck up their ult economy, or you need to get a pick so you force a lot of ults from Glads. They're gonna try to make a play here with the Nano, I think. Yeah, there's the Nano. I knew they were gonna do that. Dude, he just gets such like it didn't even matter that Glads had ult economy there. Like holy crap. Like I want to scream so bad, like holy shit, but I can't because people are sleeping. But that is crazy. Wow, what a comeback after the halftime. Jesus, like if I'm Glads, like after that map, I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, I have a feeling Glads might turn this, or it will be last fight. Never mind. I mean, it's fine to go for plays to force, like, it's fine for him to go for the play there, as long as he feels, if you have a confident Pharah, like it's fine to go for the play there, because if you go for the nano there, as long as your team follows up with you there, which all Chengdu did, they have to deal with the Pharah, and then the rest of your team gets value. So either way, you're gonna get some sort of value there, right? I don't know. It's kind of nuts. Like that's so crazy. I don't know what to say. Like map 5, that's insane. Look how calm they are too. Like they're not even freaking out. Like they're not like super hyped about it. Like they're in the zone. They're pissed. Uh, what the hell? Hunters roll with momentum. I hope so. They won the first comp, so they won first comp. They lost a very close. What was map 2? Map 2 was Temple. I feel like they should have won Temple, but I feel like they should have won Temple and Kings, to be honest. Actually, no. Kings they don't deserve to win because they kind of fumbled quite a lot, and Glad's made a really good adjustment and good play. But I think they should have won Temple, to be honest with you. As for what was it? As for this map, I mean, like this map was a stomp. I feel like they should win because it's Koth, but I think Glads get the pick of the Koth, so I don't know. See, this is where the problem comes in. I think Jinmu goes con mode next map and they roll. This is the issue with Glads, okay? Glads versus Chengdu is, think about it like this, okay? Remember how I told you that Glads on Orisa comps probably aren't the strongest? Like that was my take. Glads on Orisa comps, not the best, right? Now take that in mind and add in that if your Glads, your comfort is dive, right? Like you want to play dive. But if you play dive against Chengdu, that means you have to go on a open map, like a decently big map. Do you actually do that against Chengdu though? Or do you just try to kind of all in with the Orisa comp? Because you got to think about it, right? If you go with the dive comp, you get to play into what their strengths are too. So do you have full faith that your team's just going to clutch up and just win when it matters and be able to beat Chengdu at what you want to do with their own comp? Or do you just say screw it, we play Orisa, we go to an Orisa map, and we just hope to God that Kevster's just going to pop off so hard that it's not going to matter. We're just going to be able to win. See, I don't know which one you do if I'm Glads. I really don't. Because I would... Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know what to expect.
Quite the series we've had ourselves so far as both the Gladiators and the Hunters look to advance into the upper bracket this Countdown Cup tournament. And they've been staunchly blocking each other's path, Matthew. We get a map number 5 in this series. We're going to control here, and it's, oh man, we talked about it earlier on. We said if it's control, it feels good for the Hunters, Matt. I can reveal that the map would be Oasis, which the Hunters have
The
established
map's
quite a few times
Oasis?
on
Okay, that
their
makes sense. You can only play dive on one of those maps, and you can play Orisa comps on the other. But is that good though? Like, do you? I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, it feels like they're going for the less dive and more so like Orisa favored maps. But do you really feel comfortable in the Orisa favored maps? Like, I don't know.
And didn't let the Gladiators dictate the pace of the game. I mean, the maps the Gladiators were winning, right? We're seeing just like whether it's Shoe or Skewed on the Zen, nobody putting any pressure on them dropping discords,
You think University is the only good one? I don't know.
Q,
I feel like Garden you can play ball like or ball. You can play Orisa stuff on it
really exciting
as well.
deciding how every fight was going to start and end. Chengdu
I
pulling
think
out that
Chengdu has an
Gladiator
edge on Gardens and City
controlling the
Center.
pace of the game.
I do as well.
Put the Gladiators on the back foot
I
for
think the
plenty of
open
rounds.
maps, Chengdu
Chengdu
has a much
Chengdu
higher
losing back to
possibility of winning
but
because
being able to
Chengdu
control
I feel like Chengdu is
the
stronger
pace
in the dive
so
matchup.
great.
So if Glass try to take them to dive,
Getting
I feel like
into
Chengdu just
where
win
Chengdu
based off of the
this is the
map.
kind of map where it's very unlikely we're going to see mirror
See,
compositions.
look at this.
Gladiators
Glads are
pushing
playing the
out
Arista comp. I
hard
knew it,
this
dude.
time.
They're just gonna look to try to fucking
They've
shut
both got a
down
mirror, and I
ball
think the
with
squad is
like
massively
this. They're gonna put Kevster.
fill that
They're
role.
just gonna put Kevster on
And the
McCree
Hunters,
and or sorry, Kevster
the
on
composition
Tracer
is
and Birdring on
awesome.
Cree, and they're just gonna try to hard shut down Jinmu
50%
and
of the
like
game
leave.
teleport from both
Leave
sides.
better go
So
Sombra. Yeah,
Gladiators
okay, good.
quickly towards the point.
They're trying to
And
just hard deny Chengdu's like
Perhaps
comp.
they want to
Like
target
they
the
know
Hunters
Chengdu's
in the
going
same
to
way
only play this
Gladiators
comp,
will
so
retake
they
first
want to
pick.
try to hard deny it. But
Birdring's
see, look at
taking
this.
the
Like
fight.
Jinmu goes for like super aggressive positioning,
Far
and they
away.
almost already
Oh,
kill
that
him.
makes me
Like,
he's got to help protect his supports. He's going to have
look
Skewed
how
on
much
the back
damage
line.
like Chengdu are taking. This is
Gets
crazy.
out of the point.
They need to be like
Gets the
super
smoke into this
careful.
area first. So how does Birdring have
Oh
hope
my god, that boop.
Oh no! Oh,
Oh
and the
my god,
counter over the
that
Giga
boop
Dragon
is
torso.
just fight winning. Like that's so unfair. Like what? What a fucking boop. Jesus.
It's gonna be hard now, right? Because
Dude.
far damage.
Now you have to try to retake against a Fair who has control on Garden. Like that's so hard, dude. This is they have Nano too. Like this is Kester has to get a pick here. If Kester doesn't get a pick, like they're just gonna Nano Jinmu in and Jinmu's just gonna get so much damage. Look how hard it is. Look at this. Look how hard it is for them to just like do anything.
Flashbang, but in comes Jinmu.
Like Jinmu just goes in with fucking Nano and he just doesn't give a shit, dude.
Typical reaction, but
Like look at this. He kills two.
one
Like
back
that's enough. They can't do anything at the choke.
Svenson has to trade himself out.
As long
Nice
as Gaga doesn't die, like what are they gonna do?
gone a
Like
little too risky
oh
there.
my god, that's sick.
That's a beautiful one. Catching the Mercy takes Gaga
He
off the
gets
point.
hacked, but he survives because of Muse's shield.
Shield here, and Kevster trying to fight back here for the Gladiators. It's already 44% for the Hunters on the point. Here's an EMP though. That could
EMP is really
good
bad.
enough to get him
It's
down.
not good enough, I
Getting the
leave.
battlefield, but that'll be all. And a
I feel like the idea from Jinmu with that nano was really good, but they just like mistimed the execution. And what ended up happening was they didn't have enough damage to follow up on Jinmu's aggression. I don't know why they couldn't push really aggressively with Jinmu there, but Jinmu was left to dry in the enemy backline, so he just dies.
a weird EMP from
But
Lee.
fucking Kevster just like
Last match
fucking
yesterday
pulls
was
from
multiple back-to-back
downtown. Jesus, man.
Immortal in a
What a god.
5-2 win. So Chengdu
I'm
trying
telling
to
you, dude, Kevster is just like unlocked right now. Kid's playing out of his fucking mind.
find Monk. Pressure that Arna will be good.
Like it's literally about which DPS player is gonna play perform the worst.
A rally for Skewed. Okay. He trots out onto the point. It's a bit
Alright,
too late
Skewed
now.
feels like he can clutch with the
Another
rally.
rally.
Kevster
Skewed
gets a
on the
kill
line.
during that time as
Going for
well.
more, but Skewed is one of the
Like
first to
Kevster
die.
doesn't even care. He's not even marking. He's not doing anything. He's letting Chengdu take first tempo, and he's just trying to clean up kills. Like he's playing that
That
third
second
tempo
point there,
so
Chengdu
well.
was absolutely going to win. Just turned on its head. Skewed with the rally on the point.
That's so
Just kept
crazy, dude.
everybody alive through that. Just deters Chengdu from pushing their way onto the point. I think the kill really onto Monk is what decides it.
I'm like smiling because this is just so crazy.
No barrage though, and Kevster again.
Yeah, give me more Kevster cam, please.
Yep. He knows where Monk is. Now it's the dance of death. Monk has to buy the grenade himself. Kevster only
Oh
tries to
my
start it.
gosh,
Up the
Jinmu,
point.
okay.
Durability.
Who can it's
Oh,
like
Fusion.
literally the battle of who can carry harder DPS
Fusion
wise.
going off the point.
Is it Leave or Jinmu
Skewed doing a
or
heck of a
is
job
it
picking for Chengdu.
is a Kevster, is a Kevster bird ring. Like
It's just how many times can you
legitimately,
just give up
I honest to goodness feel like
mercy?
I
There was
really, really
one
feel
point
like
in the last
it's
game where
whoever, and it's not
Chengdu
like
look.
oh like they're underperforming, like they're fucking playing insane right now, but it's just who
They
can
really
just go
struggled
God mode, like who goes God mode the rest of the series.
in this last map. It could again.
They need to stall this out to 80.
69 and
They need
counting.
to stall this out to 80.
Nice work so
If they
far
stall it
from
out to 80, it's one fight, I'm pretty sure.
Leave needs to have a big year for
Oh
them.
my god, the
Because if
barrage.
they just get
So
met
scary, but
with
they
the
kill
right timing
Muse.
and get the kill on the mini lever, manual hack. Okay, now
All
they've got the
right,
first
hack.
kill.
He doesn't EMP. He still has the EMP here. Shu goes down from Gaga.
As Gargana gets in on the shoe here, the
They're trying to
Furious
body block Gaga. I think Gaga makes it out though.
you're seeing ultimates used by both teams, and I do feel like this is a very similar
Gaga
situation
made it
to
out.
the bird ring. Just trying
They
to find
still
that
have
right
this EMP on the side of.
coming on in. So you're going to have
Kester has to hit a huge
many
pulse.
times we've seen
He
this
has to hit this pulse.
for Chengdu.
Good eat
Oh,
by
that
Late
was
Young.
huge. That was Kevster
EMP is huge. It's on to Shu. They have to do something with
at the
this though.
EMP. So no immortality field for the time being, but the rally keeps him
No,
going.
the rally's
He's
too
going to
good.
get
I think they
close.
lose this because of the
The
rally.
Gladiators have the players on their
Oh
side.
my
Only
gosh, no
one
way.
removed. The Hunters have been
Chengdu
able to
just lose
contain
because of the
them.
rally.
They did it up. Now it's
They
looking like
didn't
the
have like a
Hunters
nano or anything. Like, that's so
most
unlucky.
important getting in
Leave's
on the
EMPs are
Fury and
not the play right
the
now.
Will
Like,
Pack.
Leave is not hitting the best
Yeah,
EMPs.
as they're not able to get back to the point. You leave late young
Leave's EMPs are just
protected
not the play right now.
almost like
If he hits
a
skewed in that EMP, they win that fight
almost
because
like
they'll be able to build a nano in time, and like Glads
positioning
aren't
there.
allowed to brawl.
And if the pulse bomb's eaten, that's about as good as late young can do. He only has so much
Yeah,
matrix
there's only so much you can
to
do
finish him
there.
off in the end. And I think space on the opposite side
Like skewed's playing really really well in terms of
also Shu and Sushi
their
because they're playing the brig as well.
skewed is keeping the team alive. Like he's playing an incredibly good rig right now
Monk and Evil Top Side.
against what Chengdu's doing, and it's a lot harder than it looks to be able to play a good rig against what they're
The
doing.
Hunters cannot afford to have one of these
They're This is gonna be really rough for Chengdu on this map. University with this kind of comp from Chengdu is like
Hunters
really really hard.
from here. The Gladiators are going to
I
have to
feel
be
like
consistent
I don't know, man.
against
I
this
feel like
Sombra
Leave
team.
is doing really well in
Oh,
terms of everything about Sombra
so
except the EMPs.
Kebser following up these discords has been just absolutely disgusting throughout this series. Like dominating the game on Tracer. I think you see like that. We've always kind of talked it up, right? That we think Kevster can get to another level, and now it's like come playoff time, tournament time, kills the wrecking ball straight off the rip twice before the point even unlocks. I mean, the fact that Rez has to be burned at this early stage in the fight is it's dangerous for the Hunters now.
Dude, Capster is just playing the map so well. Holy
Seems
shit.
to have been compromised for the next 13 or so seconds at least. Muse just steps back, says, okay, I don't think the Hunters are really in a position to contest the Monk again being threatened. Oh, and
Dude,
there's
he's
the
just
opportunity for
playing that
Kempis.
third.
Kempis going to find him there again.
Oh
And it's
my
Monk.
god, he gets glocked.
Brings out the side piece. He's
Now's
looking
the
for
time
a
to
big
go if
point
you're trying to.
here
You
early.
have to go right now.
Nice turnaround for the Hunters.
You have to start
This could
going.
be a map where they can retake here. Yes, I mean, look at the pressure that Monk is under, though. I mean, Kevster yet again with another kill onto the back line.
Jeez.
And Chengdu
I
looking to
don't
get
think
caught right
Glad.
now.
I don't think Glad. I don't think Chengdu win this, to be honest with you.
Contested. Space
I
is
feel
still
like if
there
they
for
won that
the
last
Hunters.
round, it was possible, but I don't think they win it now.
I mean, Capsa
Like it's just so hard to win on this map with this comp from Chengdu.
showing that
Like it's so hard.
Leaves got this EMP. This one's got to be good. And he just connects with the Baby Diva.
Like these EMPs from Leave are not.
Nearly enough from Lee.
Leave is
And
not
the
doing
Gladiators
what he
bringing
needs to
in
do on
quite a
Sombra
bit
right
of support
now.
to avoid this stuff. Skew just had a transcendence.
Like just put Leave on Tracer. Like
I think
if Sombra's not the play,
Glad
just put him on Tracer, dude.
happy
Like
with applause, but
I'd
it is
rather see
a
Leave on Tracer than
clear,
Leave on Sombra
clear
if he's not hitting these EMPs. Like
elimination
everything is
here.
great about Leave Sombra, like I said, aside from those EMPs. If he just hits an EMP,
He's going to
it's
make a push,
crazy.
but it's 81%
But
counting, and Kipster will be back in the picture.
he's just not hitting these EMPs.
Chengdu's making desperation swaps now.
I feel like Glad
Genji's
wins this.
into Mufara is not working. All right, murdering here. Oh, Jinmu's absolutely ruined. And Gago gets flashed as well. The 180
That's
perfect on the
crazy.
murdering. As City going to come alive here, and I tell you what, he's doing his job on McCree.
Man, Chengdu was so close,
Movement
dude.
here in space is going to get away. It's all going right for the Gladiators. It's meant to be.
That was so
And
close
then
from
we'll go
Chengdu,
for the
dude.
upper bracket matchup against the Atlanta Reign. This time around, Matt, it's the Western region flying high early in our Countdown Cup tournament.
Such a close series, though.
That was
Such
really
a
close. That could have
shocking
gone either way,
shootout at
honestly.
times. Why people thought they were the favorite in this tournament going on in. But then a lot of other times they showed that they just did not have the answers,
Damn.
did not
Close,
stop, did
close,
not make
close,
those
close.
necessary in-game adjustments.
That was
So
really
going on,
close.
the Gladiators were able to do that. With Shu able
Damn.
to, play a lot of the different support team with Skewed, right? Being able to play
Wow.